All right, I beat you to this one.
No, you didn't.
Hey.
You went to the wrong house.
Whatever.
180 was the last address.
I know. Do you remember this house?
Oh yeah, I've done this house. This is probably my 4th or 5th time doing this house.
Right, and do you remember what happened last time?
The pinhole that she tried to blame on us, but we already had the pre-inspection
That's
done,
right.
so she couldn't.
Exactly.
I'm going to knock on the door to see if they can move their vehicles forward.
Okay. All right, so let's break it down. Before you even fire up your pressure washer, there is a crucial step that you shouldn't skip, and obviously that's the 28-point inspection. I know it sounds fancy and bougie, but it's basically your way of dodging trouble and keeping everybody happy, especially you, your business, and your bank account. Okay, so I need you to think about this inspection as you doing a little detective work as well as a little extra insurance policy to cover your ass. You're on the lookout for anything that could possibly go wrong and get blamed on you. Open windows, wonky siding, paint that's seen better days, cracked glass, torn screens, the whole shebang. But checking for these things up front, you're making sure that you're not held responsible for stuff that was already broken. And the truth is, just like this house, they probably never really go around looking at the house until after they pay you to do your job. And then they go out looking to make sure you did a good job and then spot stuff that was there that they just never noticed. So here's the secret to covering yourself. Send the inspection report to your customer before you start the job. This is just saying, hey, this is what we found before we got started. It's like laying all your cards on the table. You're being honest. You're showing them that you're not trying to hide anything. This builds trust, and trust is a beautiful thing in business. Trust builds long-term customers, just like this one. They thought we messed up their siding last year. I showed them the inspection form, and they understood and called us back this year because we gained their trust. Now, something that we just added into Quote IQ, which this customer would have been put on last year, was the blacklist customer option on all of your contacts. It sounds harsh, and maybe it is. No one has ever accused me of not being straightforward to the point, and sometimes even harsh, and I'm cool with that, but I'm also a realist, and I know that some customers, they're just pains in the ass, and they're not worth dealing with. I also know that as your business grows, you're going to have a ton of customers, and trying to remember everything about every customer is damn near impossible. At least it is for me. So when we have an issue with a customer, I blacklist them now, and the next time they call or schedule or use InstaQuote to quote themselves on my website, they are flagged, and then I can determine if I'm willing to risk dealing with them again. Maybe they were super picky. Maybe they were slow paid. Maybe they were just assholes. Whatever the case, you now are reminded and can figure out how to proceed. So just another feature to help you manage your customers in Quote IQ. Okay, now I think it's important that we talk about insurance. We all know how insurance claims can be a real headache. They can mess up your rates or worse, leave you without coverage. And that's where this inspection comes in again. By having that report in hand, you are now armed with evidence to prove your case if you need to. If anything was damaged prior to your arrival, you've got proof it wasn't your fault. It's time-stamped, it's dated, and the email is also a record that is tough to argue with. And when it comes to insurance, I get asked all the time who I personally use for insurance for my company. And here's the deal. I don't like to suggest specific insurance companies or policies because I'm not an expert. That can be dicey, and I don't want to lead anybody down the wrong road. But if you don't have coverage, or maybe you're looking for a better rate, I did put a link in the description in the comment section to where I get my general liability insurance. And trust me, I'm not saying this is where you need to go, but they will give you a free quote. Maybe you can save a few bucks, and it's a great starting point. But just to sum it up, the 28-point inspection isn't just some fancy ritual, right? It's your secret weapon against trouble, your ticket to happy customers, and your fortress against insurance nightmares. It's like doing a little groundwork to save you big-time headaches down the road. And remember, insurance is your safety net, but it is better to be safe than sorry. And that is it for today's video. We have got a storm coming. They shut down school for tomorrow. Hopefully we get away with just some rain and some wind. My hat's a little crooked and I apologize. But don't forget to check out Quote IQ, the inspection form, blacklisting, everything that you need. And we're also offering 50% off for the first 3 months for any subscription tier. So check that out. And we're also giving away a Ford F-150. You got to be a premium platinum or ultimate subscriber to win. And I hope you guys have a great day.